Good evening, everyone. I hope you had safe travels home and you're having an opportunity to listen to this video before coming into class tomorrow. So what you have is your worksheet in front of you, and on that worksheet you have four columns. You have biome name or ecosystem. In the next column you have a description of the biome, which is what I want to see you put down in your own words. What do you see when you watch this slideshow and also video that you're going to see after my quick explanation? So you're just going to jot down some things, whether it's landscape ideas, features in the land, air, water, maybe even things underground. But show me what you see in the pictures. On the next column over, predicted living things. So these are your guesses about what actually lives in these environments. What is living in this ecosystem? So you're going to jot your ideas down there as well. And of course, the last one is, we're going to talk about what factually lives there. So if you do have time, you are more than welcome to do a bit of research and find out exactly what lives in those areas. So I'll go over it a little bit more, but what I'd first like to do is let's watch this video, and we'll start there. And of course, you can pause and rewind this video as you see fit. Here we go. Okay, and that was the video on biomes. Now we're going to move on to our smartboard presentation where we're going to look at those different biomes. So if we continue to just move along here a little more quickly, again, you can rewind and fast forward things as needed, but let's do this first biome together. And the first biome or ecosystem, and of course this builds on our field trip that we had the other day, where we went to a state park or provincial park. And we're going to talk more about forest biomes. So if we look at the picture here, we can see what the landscape is. And for each ecosystem or biome, I've given you 2 slides. So we can look at these first 2 slides and we're going to start making notes. So first of all, we want to make sure that we label our sheet appropriately. And we got to make sure that we have nice printing because it is science. So I'm going to label the first one and it's forest. And there we go with that. And of course I'm writing on my mouse pad, so this printing isn't going to be top notch, but hey, let's make a super big T and keep going. And now we're going to make some descriptions about what I see. And of course we talked about using point form. So the obvious one in forest is there is a lot of trees. All right, so that's the first one. And now we're going to start writing, well, what else do we see in the forest? And we can make some other landscapes. We're going to see maybe some flowers. We're going to see leaves. We're going to see things that are on that tree. We're going to see, fallen sticks or other dead plant life along the ground. And we talked about many of these that we saw on our field trip. And there's plants. Okay, and you get the picture. So there's 2 for you there. And now the predicted living things. Well, we already saw this, but I'm going to predict what kind of things live in the forest. And one of the obvious ones is we see lots of birds. So that's one I'm going to write down. And there's no specific number that I want you to put down, but there should be a certain amount of thought put into this. But make your notes. There is no right or wrong answer. And you can leave this last part blank if you like, or like I said, you can do a bit of extra research. But as you can see here, we've got some nice bullet points. We're going to print neatly, neater than what Mr. Williams just showed us. And of course, then you move on to the next one. So forest is our first ecosystem. And if we continue on in the slideshow, you can see that there's fresh water. And I'm going to leave it on for a couple of seconds. And you can pause it and then make your notes. So just pause the video and make your notes on the fresh water. Desert will be your next biome. Grassland or grasslands. Also, you want to start thinking about where these ecosystems are found. Tundra. And marine biome, which is different from a freshwater biome or freshwater ecosystem. So really that's about it there. And just a quick recap, remember you're going to list the name of the biome. You're going to make some nice neat notes in point form by describing the things that you see in the photographs. And then you're going to make some predictions about the living organisms that are that might be living in those ecosystems. And lastly, if you have a little bit more time, feel free to do a bit of research and tell us what actually lives in those biomes or ecosystems that we've listed today. So have a great evening. I hope you get a great night's sleep, and we'll see you well rested tomorrow morning. Take care. Have a great night.